Welcome All Saints family. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it finds you on your Lenten journey in a positive place and not struggling too much with your Lenten disciplines. But as it were, I want to remind you of a few things we have going on this Lenten season, namely this exhibit that I am in the midst of right now. It's by our very own Tim Hudson, who's a parishioner, a member and an artist here at All Saints Dallas. And so just wanted to make mention, I'm about halfway through the exhibit right here. As you're approaching and deepening on your Lenten journey, this Lenten exhibit is meant to mimic the path of a journey. And so you can begin at the beginning of the corridor down the way with ashes, and then you can make your way this way, and you would turn to my left right here, and then follow your way on the other side of the corridor. All that to say, this Lenten exhibit is meant to help you and aid you and inspire you along the way during this Lenten journey. So don't forget about this. This will be up, obviously, throughout the duration of the Lenten season and come down right as we begin to eclipse, get closer to the Easter season with the vigil coming up here in a couple of weeks. So that's one thing that I wanted to remind you about. Also wanted to remind you that the sacrament of reconciliation is available to you, and I would pray that you would avail yourself to schedule a time and to do confession with one of us here on clergy, on the staff. And so it's very easy. You can just go on our website, pick a time, and we'll coordinate with you beyond there, beyond that initial sign-up point, and then we'll guide you along the way. So if you've never done confession before, we're here to help you along with that. It's a deeply meaningful way to engage in the Lenten season beyond just your own daily practice of confession, but doing that with a priest, doing that with another person within the body of Christ is always deeply meaningful because it is a sacrament of the church. And so I would encourage you to do that. One thing that I also want to encourage you to and remind you about is our practice rhythm of the daily office. And so each Tuesday morning we gather for morning prayer here in the downstairs sanctuary at 8 a.m. So every Tuesday at 8 a.m. for morning prayer. The duration is about 25 minutes. And then also we do evening prayer at 4 p.m. on Thursday afternoons in the sanctuary as well. One feature that we have going on during the daily office, during the Lenten season, is the reading of historical homilies. So homilies that have been preached thousands of years ago by the church fathers as the local churches have prepared their own hearts for Easter through the 40 days of Lent. So that's one feature that we're offering, a short homily by a church father each week during the Lenten season. The last thing that is very much neighborly to what I just said about the daily office that I want to let you know about is the Tuesday just ahead of us. So March 25th is a very important day within the church calendar. It's one of the highest and most holy principal feast days of the whole calendar. It is the Feast of the Annunciation, that day that is recognized when the angel appeared to Mary and announced to her Emmanuel, or Jesus, was to be born. And so, being that is such, it falls on a Tuesday morning, I want to invite you, if you can make it, to come at 8 a.m. for morning prayer. We'll have a truncated morning prayer service and also a Eucharistic service, which is the most appropriate thing on a feast day, is to come and share Eucharist with one another. So you can expect, if you want to be here at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, the service will begin right at 8 a.m. and should dismiss no later than 8:30, so 30 minutes max in duration. It'd be a great time to not only enter into that principal feast day in that moment, but also give you a little bit of a breather with your Lenten practice as it almost approaches the halfway point in the Lenten season. So with that, friends, I hope you are doing well. If you need any help or any assistance with your Lenten practices, feel free to reach out to myself or any of us on the clergy team. We would love to encourage you or even help you out with your practices along the way. And do avail yourself to one of the things that I mentioned as way of reminder. With that, friends, I hope that you go into the weekend with the peace of the Lord, and I hope you find rest, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning at one of our services.